Fields do not fail suddenly. They dry out slowly. Food production grows larger. More industrial, more automated. And yet, water keeps disappearing. Fields dry, soil degrades. Crops depend on systems that collapse the moment pressure rises. We build bigger reservoirs, stronger pumps, smarter controls. And still, water is wasted before it ever reaches the roots. And yet, more than 2,000 years ago, a city built gardens where water climbed upward. Not by force alone, not by flooding, not by excess, but by design. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. A structure so improbable that many believed it was a myth. But the real miracle was never the plants. It was the water. Water lifted from a river, distributed across height, and delivered gradually to living roots. This was not irrigation as we know it. It was controlled nourishment. Water moved upward, but it arrived slowly. Layer by layer, root by root. Nothing was drowned, nothing was starved. The gardens did not drink water, they were fed. For a long time this was described as spectacle, royal excess, a monument to power. But spectacle does not sustain life, systems do. The Babylonians understood something we continue to ignore. Plants do not need more water, they need timed access to it. Flooding soil is easy, guiding moisture is not. And this way of thinking was never finished. We chose scale over precision, volume over direction. Modern irrigation delivers water everywhere, hoping roots will find it. The gardens did the opposite. They brought water exactly where it was needed. And here is the uncomfortable part. This idea was never continued. Somewhere along the way, we stopped designing irrigation as a vertical problem. We flattened agriculture, and water paid the price. So let us bring this down to scale. Your laboratory is not a valley, it is your garden, your balcony, your hands. Because this principle can be observed safely with nothing more than gravity and patience. Take a container, soil, a plant. Water it traditionally. Most of the water disappears, some evaporates, some drains away. Now introduce elevation. Place the water source above the soil, allow it to drip, slowly. Not flooding, not spraying, just controlled release. The soil stays moist longer, roots grow deeper, water lasts. Nothing magical happened, only direction changed. This is exactly what the Hanging Gardens achieved on a massive scale. Water was lifted once, then gravity did the work. The system was not efficient because it was powerful. It was efficient because it was patient. Modern agriculture often fights gravity. The gardens partnered with it. And here is the question we rarely ask. If this approach worked in one of the harshest climates on Earth, why did we stop thinking vertically? Why do we still treat irrigation as a surface problem instead of a layered one? The knowledge was not lost. It was never finished. So before we close, one framework, not a farming guide, not a solution, a starting point. LSF-04. Vertical Guided Irrigation Principle. Elements: elevated water source, narrow controlled flow paths, gravity-assisted distribution, root level delivery. Approach: lift water once, release it slowly. Let gravity, not volume, feed the soil. Deliver moisture where roots actually live. This is not about rebuilding Babylon. It is about asking why we stopped letting water take its time. What you have seen here was only one example. In the next block, I will show you how dangerous intelligence truly is. I am Lost Solve. Remember this: power is temporary. Intelligence is permanent. And never forget, Lost Solve does not merely reveal the mystery. It assigns you the task of solving it. When the first data arrives from the community, every observation you contribute will become part of the chain. Until the next lost technology. And keep this in mind. The knowledge of the past is the only solution to the future.